Those who would give up essential liberty to purchase a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety. Benjamin Franklin. Alright, bear with me 1 second. I need to do this with the latest Windows update plus OBS update. So there we go. Alright, thank you for joining me tonight. I know it's pretty late, but I was debating about whether or not to do this yet. But I figured, hell, why not? And this is going to be more of a guess than a prediction, but it makes sense in some ways. One of the things I was thinking about is using a black box, just like in software testing. But we'll get to that in a minute. All right, so our usual... what's going on? That's weird. I don't know if I like the new OBS update, but anyways... Let's go with it until I need to go over some of these update settings, see what changed. A lot of things changed, and I probably shouldn't be streaming it before I check the updates. All right, so you can always donate via cryptocurrency, which is pretty much down right now. And you can always check the blockchain explorer to see if there's been any donations, and so far there's been 0 donations over 20 months. So there's that. Those 2 transactions are me taking money out of Patreon when I closed it and give it to Susie Dawson when she needed it. And you can always donate to me via Google Super Chat if I'm live. If I'm not, you can use paypal.me. And the first video of the month, I disclose all the donations I received and from who. From the previous months and all months total, and PayPal, I didn't set that up till September 22nd, 2019. If you don't have money, you can go ahead and donate Prove Globe Earth and get $15,000 from Zen Garcia. One person has tried to claim that money but didn't end up winning, unfortunately, for the Globe Earth side. But anyways, if you happen to win, you can donate to me a 10% finder's fee, just so you guys know that that's there. And join the Flat Earth People Finder at zoomtruth.com and get involved. And if you want to join me in my live stream, you can. Zoom meeting is in the description box. If you're not looking at YouTube description box, you're watching this elsewhere, just ask and I'll go ahead and post it in the comment section. And you don't have to be on your video, you can always just call in. All right, so let's get going. So some local news first. In Columbus, Nebraska, I'll just go ahead and switch. I'll just start here. All right. In Columbus, Nebraska, they just updated today that they're going to not open the public schools, until April 3rd. And I think they may have something on that with Columbus. So let's see. Let's just do a new one here. News. Columbus, Nebraska. Let's see. There's 10. All right, so today is March 17th. Sorry. I'm losing what days it is, but March 16th, 2020. It's March 17th, 2020. I'm sorry. Actually, in a few minutes, it'll be March 18th. But yeah, more things are closing. The schools are going to be down until April 3rd. Let's see. Oh, okay. Oh, that's Florida. But basically, they text me and I take a look at it. So for me, it's for Columbus School, it's April 3rd. So that's a lot of days. My kid's happy, although she also wants to go to school to meet, play with her friends. Anyways, that's the local stuff. Hey, Shirley, how's it going? Glad to see you around. And I did catch your last comment from my last live stream, but I can't reply because the stream was down. But basically, Shirley commented that all the things to weaken our immune system doesn't help. She could probably post that again. She's great. You know what? Come and join me. I haven't heard your voice, and I love your voice and your thoughts, and it's great. I miss hearing your voice, Shirley. And anyways, what I was thinking is, they're using this to their advantage, whoever is running this whole show, and I was thinking, you know what? As much they can get away with in passing whatever things that people will support and that people won't look too closely into, right? If you have this AI, and this is 16 hours ago, Wired, it's in the news, and I saw it and I was going, that's interesting. I think they might have artificial intelligence be the one finding the cure, so that they find the cure a lot quicker and they're able to deploy a vaccine much quicker if they want to, because they say, look, the artificial intelligence from all these papers that have been published about the virus, it finds all these links, found a cure, found that it can create a vaccine, and we won't have to do any human trials. So I think that could be one case that they go for, that the coronavirus is going to be cured by artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence will be this black box. Like, no one can look into the details of how it solved it, how it solved that it was the cure, how it solved that it connected the current vaccines, and adding this would cure the current coronavirus, COVID-19. And because they could also have it so people can't look into it, because they don't want people to. Oh, I think Shirley's in here. Give me a second, folks. All right, I'm going to blacken the screen. Bah. How do I? Actually, I'm going to move out of this into this. All right. Hey, Shirley, can you hear me? Ah, shoot. I think that's Shirley. Shirley, are you there? You're not muted, are you? No. I think she's sending it. Hey, Shirley, how you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Hi, Grant
As
Travis.
I could be.
Yeah, I hear you. How have things been with you lately?
I really believe now, because they really didn't know what kind of infection my husband died from, but I really believe he died from that virus that's out now. He had the same symptoms.
So you think?
And people can't believe he passed away, because we just saw him. He was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. And hit his respiratory and never smoked a day in his life.
Do you think it could be something of all the stuff that's been, whether it's through the air, the water, the food, all of that stuff just kind of contributing to?
We eat. Well, I go to the Amish and get my food.
Mm-hmm.
So we eat natural and or organic products. But I know everything in that they're organic, but I make sure that it is when we get it.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't caught a cold in 2 years. He hasn't either.
Yeah.
We don't get colds like that. And he took a lot of vitamin supplements also. So it's just weird how it just hit him. And then after I'm hearing the symptoms of this virus, I said, well, it was out last year around the time he went in the hospital.
This was in December. Wait, when did the COVID-19?
November.
November.
He died, and he went in the hospital on my birthday, which was November 17th.
Mm-hmm.
And he was breathing fine. He was talking about how good they are, and he just kept saying, I want to go home, I want to go home. He thought he was going home. All of us thought he was going home. It's not like he was diagnosed with anything. We were prepared for him to die. And then the next thing you know, they was like, there's nothing else we can do. It took over his whole body. The respiratory is where it started. And this all started when he got in the hospital. Because they was like, did you ever have problems with breathing? I'm like, no.
Where did your husband work?
Well, he worked before he started his own business, he worked with graphics. It was a supply company. They made signs and banners on the things on the buses and the billboards up on the highways and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So he did that kind of stuff, graphic art.
Did he travel anywhere?
No, he's not a traveling person. That's the thing. Only thing we placed to travel was Atlantic City. Yeah. And I just heard this couple, they went away for 3 weeks to Hawaii. The wife has it.
Wait, did you say Atlantic City?
Yeah, that's the only place we traveled. And we went to Vegas. That was like, decades ago.
Yeah. When did he travel to Atlantic City?
Oh, that was several years ago.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah. So he hasn't been nowhere where out of the ordinary or anything.
Yeah.
And was shocking at his shop, the other people that worked around him, they didn't get it. They did not catch it.
Yeah, you didn't get it either. You were
and I'm here in the house sleeping in the same bed. I'm up here treating it, but I wore gloves and stuff, and I got Lysol in here and carrying on. So, me and my son didn't get it.
Yep. So what do you think about the whole coronavirus? Do you think it's
That's a biochemical record that was released by the U.S. because they're jealous of China's economy and they're jealous of Russia's.
But economically speaking, U.S.'s economy is hurting just as bad as anyone else's now.
No. I'm just saying China is doing better. Their economy is doing better. Why? Who are always the enemy? Russia and China. Their economy is not doing bad, even though they got all them sanctions. They telling the U.S. to give them some more.
So your idea is that the U.S. government bioengineered the virus and released it in China?
China's saying, you know how they come over there in China or other countries and they do them war games with the U.S. soldiers and stuff? Mm-hmm. They believe that's when they came over there. I don't know when it happened, when they had the war games, but that's when it happened. They saying that's when it was released. And do you know all our pharmaceutical companies, all our pharmaceutical medicines, that was sent over there too.
Okay.
And doctors are worried about the medicines coming over. That's what they're more worried about.
What do you think they'll find? What are your thoughts on finding the cure? My thoughts is that in this one the AI will find a cure. They'll put in the vaccinations.
How AI gonna find a cure? Man puts the information or whatever designs the darn thing. So how they gonna find it?
No. If they find a cure, they're gonna say they found a cure. My thought is
they already have it.
Well, yeah. But how are they going to announce it? Are they going to announce someone, just some researcher that and accredit that person with like the Nobel Peace Prize or something like that, or Nobel Prize?
That's a joke now.
Or will they pitch that the artificial intelligence? They're going to go ahead and say artificial intelligence found a cure. we can't disclose any of the information that we let the artificial intelligence have because of security reasons. You know, they don't want to release any information where people could or other governments could manufacture attack viruses and things like that. Whatever excuse that they have, and then they're gonna say, well, they not only did the artificial intelligence find the cure, but it's able to figure out a way to incorporate into current vaccinations and saying that it'll be safe without human trials. Then they got this whole black box where people can't look into. They can't look into the data that the artificial intelligence used, and they say that, you know, humans won't be able to interpret all that data anyways. They don't have the processing power. And so basically whatever they say comes from this black box that people can't investigate, and therefore now they got this black box where they could just attribute all the answers to that people can't look into, and therefore they could just go ahead and run everything off of it. What do you think about that?
I don't put nothing past the U.S., the CIA, the military-industrial complex. I don't put nothing past them. They can do anything they want. Create things, and just like they used gave the Tuskegee Airmen syphilis. They created syphilis. This is all like a 9/11 again. Now they try to take some more powers away from it with some new laws, privacy laws. Yeah.
Because I'm kind of having the feeling that they're pushing to see how much they could get away with, close things, and have people just really scared and self-quarantining. And they're going to get to the point where you need this vaccination, and if you don't get it, but my guess is they're not going to make like a federal mandate or a state mandate, maybe a state mandate, but they're going to make it so that if your child wants to attend public schools, they need to be vaccinated with the coronavirus vaccine.
Well, if I had little kids, well, I got grandkids now, but I would tell my kids, y'all better get somebody to teach them at home or something, or you teach them at home, because I wouldn't let that. A scientist said, well, watch when they come out with this new vaccine. It may be worse than the virus that you're catching out here. Because you know a lot of people die from that flu vaccine. I don't get the flu vaccine. I don't get the pneumonia. I won't get shingles. I will not get what other stuff they got out here.
Yeah.
It's all new. And they already are doing trials. 3 people volunteers. I think somebody worked for Microsoft and other tech industries. And they got children. These people are like kind of young. And they try and they said we're gonna try to give them higher doses to see how much we can the human body can ingest. Oh, whatever. I don't trust the U.S. at all.
Yeah. Well, what do you trust the international groups at all? The WHO or
group?
NATO?
Oh no, I don't trust them either or NATO. Nope.
Okay. Yeah.
Nope.
You basically don't trust any entity that's in power. Okay. Yeah, I know that.
No.
Surely.
Not here in the U.S. Nope. and then I'm hearing that Israel made up a vaccine for this. Oh, hell no.
Wow. What do you think about the election in the U.S.? Because today Super Tuesday?
Yes, and Biden wiped Bernie out, which we know was rigged. It's a repeat of 2016. I think Bernie going along with this crap because he's not saying nothing. Not saying nothing.
Again?
Biden ain't campaigning in none of these states, and he getting these big leads.
Yeah. Do you think this whole coronavirus thing is having effect?
I think it's a distraction from something else they want to do. But then I call it, Coranoia. To go to the store, I ran out of toilet paper. And I found that they already had a pandemic. And next thing I know, the toilet paper is gone. I'm like, Jesus. I mean, what is wrong with these people? People been warning about this for a long time. They were going to do this. You seen the different little things they did, like it was years ago. I think it was like in the mid 2000s. All these cities, New York, all these other cities, the power went out. And to this day, we don't know why it went out. And it didn't happen here in Philly.
Mm-hmm.
Then again, like last year or year before, it was last year, the Broadway lights went out. They couldn't have Broadway in New York because the lights went out again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's all a test. And the movie The Purge, Purge 2, all that.
Yeah, what's
And then right now, tonight, well, today, my city uses Citizens Bank Park for tent cities.
Mm-hmm. What's interesting when you're talking about The Purge, I remember listening to a Tracy Twyman interview. I think it was with Freeman Fly. But she says in a couple other interviews. And she said this type of thing is going to most likely happen. I mean, the psychopaths who run everything really want to have a big show, you know, where we're all just hunting each other, killing each other, whatever. I think it's kind of like that in some horrible way, right? I mean, what's going to happen?
Like today, the gun shop, the lines were long. People, it's not just here in Philly. They lining up to get bullets, weapons. The guy had to close the shop that he ran out of selling guns.
Wow. The thing is, what needs to happen is if shit really hits the fan, what people should be doing is grouping up and going over the people who are running things, the government, whatever it is, your town, your city, your town, your county, your state, eventually probably even DC. But I mean, basically take over and start running things on our own, saying, look, there's not a lot of deaths that this coronavirus is having. It's not impacting anything. What's impacting everything is you guys shutting down everything. None of us can get any money, and none of us is getting enough materials to live like we were. So we're just gonna take over again. And it's gonna be it's gonna turn horribly how they want it to happen, you know, everyone shooting each other for just to survive, or it's gonna backfire on them and everyone's just gonna go up in arms and just take back and take control and just say, hey, let's just start working again. And let's make things a lot better. Like the people who ran things was horrible. You know, everything just kind of starts over from scratch, and everyone realizes, hey, we didn't need all these people telling us what to do in the first place. And look what happened when we did. Exactly what's happening now. It's like if they can't run things, if they couldn't run things with all the power that they had, you know, it's not worth having them keep running things. So instead of everyone shooting each other, we need to just all rise up and just get them out of power. And I'm pretty sure some people are angry enough to kill them. You know, we don't have to spur that on. Most likely they just want to leave. And a lot of people have left. Have you noticed that a lot of CEOs left all these corporations, these big name corporations?
They sure enough have.
And
Bill Gates stepped down from the Microsoft board.
And there's a couple of, you know, all those old stories how that there's like safety bunkers for the elite and stuff like that. I'm starting to think, you know, those are probably most likely true. And right now, all the elite are going, okay, it's time, huh? Let's all go to those underground bunkers. Let's enjoy the show. You know, let's watch them eat each other up. And then I think what might backfire is that, you know, that's not going to happen. What's going to happen is we're going to find those bunkers. We're going to just like, we're going to purge them pretty much. And that'll be interesting. And when that happens, when everyone takes control over their own lives again, they're going to expose everything. I mean, it's like, look, they had all these safety bunkers, all these famous and rich and elite people lived there,
Mhm.
and no one told us anything about this. And look, so far, we haven't had any major crazy outbreaks like they were saying. They're just wanting us to kill each other and stuff like that. Hey, Eric,
Yeah. Did you? Hey, Eric.
how's it going?
Oh,
What was that?
He's like, oh,
hey, Yvonne.
Hey,
Hey, Joe.
Eric,
How's it
nice to
going?
see you.
hey.
Good to see everyone. How's everyone
Hey,
doing?
did you
Good.
see the previews of that new show that's coming on Netflix with Al Pacino? I think, what's the actress name? Oh, I can't think of her name. It's called Hunters. And these people, they say, oh, we hunt humans. You didn't see that?
No.
Yeah.
I've been busy
Yes,
playing video games.
I know. Yeah, Al
It's
Pacino playing in, what's that? I can't remember that actress name, the blonde haired chick. I can't remember her name.
I'm looking it up. I've never heard of it.
Yeah, it's a new show, I believe, it's coming on Netflix. They show the previews on TV, but it's called The Hunters. Al Pacino in it, and they go to the cinema. Somebody go in the room. I forgot the actress name, but he's like,
Lena Olin
we're hunting.
or
That's Lena
Jerka
Olin.
Hinton, Carol
Hmm.
Kane. I'll let people look at this real quick too. Maybe we could figure it out. But anyways, what about this new show?
It's about this group of people look like elites hunting people, humans, and killing them.
Okay. Yeah, there's also a new movie out. It's kind of like Battle Royale. Not to mention that Modern Warfare
Mm.
has they came out with a new multiplayer mode, which is Battle Royale.
Mm.
But yeah, it's interesting how all of this stuff is happening. Let's see, new movie Battle Royale. It's something similar. I can't remember. Or movie similar to Purge. I don't know. I've seen commercials. I just don't know. It has the Karate Kid. Oh wait, $1 Million Baby.
Oh,
What's her
what's
name?
her name? She played the heck in that movie.
Yeah, Hilary Swank.
Yeah,
She's
Swank.
in
Yeah.
this new movie where it's called They Hunt. Psh. Oh, and her name is Athena. Interesting.
That's it. Yeah. I think I'm not sure if I saw Don Cheadle in it too. I'm not sure.
I don't know. But
I
anyways,
don't watch too much nowadays.
yeah, I don't watch too much either.
If anything, I could just fall asleep while watching it.
Mm. So Eric, what you think about the primaries today?
It's all rigged.
But yep,
All rigged.
that Bernie leading in double digits in every state, and all of a sudden Biden. Nobody wants Creepy Joe. Creepy Philly Joe. That man has dementia. How you mix your wife up with your sister? You couldn't remember the vice president you was in office with, his name. I mean, he was in one place. He told him about he's someplace else. They said, "No, Joe, you here to so and so." And I'm like, I just shook my head. I'm gonna win again.
It just makes me think about, like, of course, the signs are obvious. However, is he reading through a teleprompter? That it just makes me question whether or not he is.
At that debate he was. I'm like, oh, I think they put him on some drug too.
just to like enhance his mental capabilities.
Yeah. Yep. Because I'm like, boy, he's really alert. Because he always would say, what's that thing they say when it's not my turn anymore, or something like that. He always say that in the debate.
I don't even watch him anymore.
I don't watch him either.
Oh, what are your thoughts on Andrew Gillum? You guys hear about that?
I always knew something funny was funny about that dude. He put me in mind of Obama. I'm not surprised. I hate men like that. You know you're on the down low. You're gay. Just like marry a woman and then have kids with her. His political career is done, just like Jussie Smollett, as they call him, Juicy.
Oh boy. All right. So what's going on locally because of the coronavirus with you guys? Locally, in your county, in your state? Like, how's it affecting you guys?
It's just people going crazy buying up toilet paper. I heard about it first in Australia. I'm like, really? What does toilet paper got to do with a virus? And then they buying stuff for the common cold. That's not going to help that virus. It's a respiratory problem. If somebody do actually have a cold, they can't get the medicine because it's sold the hell out. And they price gouging this stuff, too.
Yeah.
It's insane.
And I've seen people wear masks, and I think in the news they said that you need a certain mask that'll prevent the virus from getting in. And
they're not even sure that really works.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm like, they all over the place. Before they say kids are carriers of it, but they don't get it. Well, a 2-year-old in Montgomery County has it. So they're not just carriers. They all over the place with this virus.
I think, another thing is they're going to make it so that, these healthy people who are carriers and don't get sick, so now everybody's just worried about, hey, that person might be a carrier. We got to quarantine that person. It's like that person doesn't even have any signs of the coronavirus. And how do they know that person's just a carrier? I mean, they're going to have to do, like, blood tests, whatever, and stuff like that. It's like, well, look, if I'm a carrier, then shouldn't my family be sick and all the people that I, got together with, and people are going to be kind of so narrow-sighted. They're going to be like, no, you're a carrier. We got to put you in quarantine. It's like,
people have lost their goddamn mind.
Yeah.
And like China said, in the incubation, like 14 days, people walk around. They don't look sick. They don't feel it. So you can't tell.
I think this whole thing is a big fake.
And it's a distraction because the U.S. is going to do something else.
Or maybe they're already doing it, or they've already done it, or whatever. There's just so many things happening, but I think this is when we just kind of have to be ready for what comes, and we have to react not aggressively towards each other, but start hitting up. It's like, hey, if they're leaving, they want us to stay home, and while they get their own places to stay, they get everything delivered to them, whatever, and it's like, well, we're just gonna take over. That's where all the goods are, right? And just get things running again. It's like, why do we need these people to run things? They're telling us to close things down because of something that may or may not exist. Like, I don't think anyone here is gonna get it. And whatever movie or fictional story, or even the remember they had the event 20, was it event 202? I think it was 201. One of those numbers. But there's just saying how if a pandemic happens, it's just gonna explode. It's like, this thing's been around since November and it's not really exploding. So
it's just they just want to they just want to cause like a fake apocalypse, a fake demic, so they could have more government control. That's actually the way I actually do see it. It's all bullshits and lies.
I agree with you. Like, do you think that on your own, or do you also see other content creators saying the same thing, or like, how do you come up with that conclusion, Eric?
With me, I do listen to a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, of course, viruses exist. And they just want to make a big deal about a virus.
Mm-hmm.
They just want to make this big scene, and it's obscene.
Yeah.
And people really, really lost their goddamn minds.
Yeah.
Yes, they did. I just can't believe it. You didn't mean you didn't have Lysol in your house? Wipes? I already had that stuff here.
Yeah. I don't use that. I just use a mix of vinegar and water, just half and half. Certain oils mixed in with water, isopropyl alcohol for certain surfaces. I don't really like all the pre-made stuff.
And I always keep bleach because I wash my dishes with bleach and soap.
I don't like using bleach. It's just the smell is just and plus
you can't use too much.
Yeah. And plus we use vinegar and water, so if we use vinegar and water and we add bleach to it, that's not good. You get chlorine. Is it chlorine gas, I think?
Yeah, our immune systems are jacked up. It really is, because I'm like thinking, when did the flu shot come out? I don't remember having to go my mom flocking us to the doctor to get a flu shot.
Yeah.
We didn't. And I don't remember a whole bunch of people having diabetes.
Mm-hmm.
And getting dialysis.
Peanut allergies.
Yeah. And I don't know how I got one. I got that when I was in my 30s. I diagnosed myself with that.
Hey, Taylor's around. Can't Cross America is saying how it's funny how they renamed Corona to COVID-19 to make it sound scarier, just like ISIS to ISIL.
You notice that ISIL term not used since Obama ain't been in office.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he's running around like a shadow government.
You know what drives me nuts? When people when people say, when they call it the Wuhan flu or the Wuhan virus,
yeah.
it's like, oh, it's racist. Those people don't even know what the fuck real racism is. Those people really need to shut the fuck up.
Don't they know that's the country that it went through, where it came from? Supposedly.
It's a town
and like
province.
I said,
I forget which.
And what they say is, these people got it from eating these bats and stuff. Some people been eating that stuff for decades. Now all of a sudden this big virus comes out. I can't believe that. You have to use your common sense. And since Trump got elected, a lot of people lost their critical thinking. A lot of them. Even my husband did before he died.
Too much of that trash TV.
Yeah.
I mean, when I watch that now, I just kind of laugh.
Me too.
Because
and it's like they're making a big deal. It's like, oh my god, the world's gonna end.
They seem so serious when they talk about it on TV, and then of course everyone that's watching takes it seriously too. And like,
yeah,
most of us who just kind of know about the whole situation is just kind of like, oh, okay, whatever.
I hate when they talk about Russia. Russia's a communist country. I said, Russia is not a communist country. They got a bunch of oligarchs over there, and then Putin locked a lot of them up. Mm-hmm. So they're not a communist country.
It's one thing I wanted to kind of I don't know. I don't like spending a lot of time researching into all this stuff. I just think it's kind of fun to do it every once in a while. But one thing
Yeah.
that'd be kind of cool to look into is see how certain countries are reacting or not reacting, and how the numbers are turning out for them. Because certain places they're just kind of already in chaos, like Venezuela and stuff like that. So obviously, if they're already in chaos, so how do they tell people who are out protesting to stay home? Just like you got the Hong Kong protesters, you got the protesters in the yellow vests. Are they still protesting in France?
Oh, hell yeah, they still protesting.
Yeah, and you would think that the numbers would be really high in those areas, but they're like, no,
Mm-hmm.
why should we, if we don't trust you in the first place to run the government? So now you guys are
Right.
saying that there's this big pandemic outbreak with this virus. We don't believe you either. And so these people who are out in mass protesting, they're not going to get sick. And I think that's another thing that be interesting to see is like them either shutting down the protests because they don't want people to get sick, or that would be their excuse, or they actually get people, or they just fake the numbers saying, look, there's people getting sick, or put actors in the crowd that are all sick and like vomiting blood or whatever like that, and scare off the protesters and things like that. There's just so many things they can do to make an excuse and have them disperse.
Yeah, them people been protesting over here for over a year. I say I wish all the people here would get a wake up call, look at them up, but the news don't show it, so
Yeah.
they don't know. Yeah. Hmm.
All right. So, Shirley, how are your kids reacting to the coronavirus scare?
My daughter, she's just she kind of freaking out. Like when we had the anthrax thing, and then I just found out about that. The military industrial complex was sending that crap out. They had to send it out to regular people. That's when they was trying to pass that Patriot Act. And there was some kind of people there in Washington that didn't want to go for it. So that's when you started hearing that stuff. Them letters was going down to Washington. Yeah, but I'm like, everything that happens here is something with the U.S.
Yeah.
And just one firefighter from New York just died from cancer.
Do you tell your daughter?
Yesterday.
Do you tell your daughter about this, and she just doesn't?
Oh yeah, I tell her that. So she said, "Mommy, I believe it. I believe it." She said, "I believe this is manufactured." I said, "It's a biochemical weapon. That's what it's called." And my son, he was just asking me tonight, "What's martial law?" Oh, you be locked down in your house. Even if you step outside your door, they'll snatch you up. Even if you haven't got the virus, they'll take you somewhere and put you in a quarantine facility. Oh, and
Wait, how old is your
here,
son? He didn't know what martial law was?
No, he didn't. And he knew somewhat about it, but he was like, I'm not pretty clear about it because he's hearing different things. So I explained it to him. He's like, oh. I said, like that 10th City they building up down there at the baseball park right now. So that's going to be testing centers. Why are you doing that crap outside? That's not sanitary.
Yeah. All right, and Eric, your mom, how is she reacting to the whole coronavirus thing?
We're fine.
Yeah, she doesn't overreact or anything.
No.
That's good.
They're not going to put fear in me. I'm not going to fear this. I'm just like my normal life. I always wash my hands, so
yeah,
same here.
And I don't put my hands up on my face when I'm out either. After I've done touched something, I might start using gloves now. I got a bunch of plastic ones here from when my husband was sick. So
yeah.
And I have masks. I just don't wear them yet. I got those construction workers masks they be wearing. Because that other one they want you to wear, that thing is so uncomfortable. They say it's tight on your face.
Yeah, they have to be. I've got probably particulate masks too. I'm more afraid of the lead paint dust than I am of the coronavirus.
Mm.
And
it's like people make such a big deal about the whole coronavirus bullshit. It's like they're causing a panic for opportunistic reasons. And you know what? I just want this bullshit to stop already.
it's probably not going to. They also it's a big excuse to get the economy to go down. Like this can be the new recession. And I always guessed that there's going to be a big old crash during Trump's presidency, just another way to make Trump look bad.
And I just have this feeling they just want to just do all of this just to go and destroy Trump's legacy and just make Obama look like some fucking knight in shining, virtuous, armored asshole.
And then cue Hillary Clinton. I still think she's going to swoop in and save the day for the.
Why would she do that to herself? She's not going to win. That's just as bad as having Biden in there as a nominee. I mean, really, she needs to go away. She really needs to go away. I can't stand that woman.
Yeah.
She got so much power down there in Washington. So much power, especially with those neocons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want that bitch to go away already. No, wait. Scratch bitch. I want that cunt to go away already.
Right, Eric. I can't stand her. I can't stand her.
You're in a different room, it looks like. You don't.
Oh, no, I changed around my room a while ago.
Oh, okay. What am I thinking? You still have the stars up there. But the poster with Hillary, you still got that? There it is. It's dark. Swing it to the left a bit. There we go. That's. What do you think it said in the background?
Count.
Oh, count. Oh, okay.
Yes, but they blocked out the O. Thank you again for the poster, Ebot. I greatly appreciate it.
No problem. Man, whoever photographed that was just probably so
genius.
Happy. Yeah.
I was smiling immediately.
Because you pretty much had to not like her, but no, just... I mean, why would someone that doesn't like her go into one of her speeches just to wait for the opportunity to take a picture like that? But I mean, it must have been gold when he took that, or he or she took that picture. It's like, oh, this is perfect.
Good. I'm actually glad that someone got it, and now I have it as a poster.
Let's see. Warren is the Hillary light drink. Michelle Obama, my favorite Obamas have the Clinton power now.
The man.
The G-man. I didn't believe that at first, but I did some research on it. Oh, my God. When I told my husband that, he just busted out laughing. He said, "Are you serious?" I said, "Well, that's why Joe Rivers is dead." Somebody kept asking her, "Is the woman going to have a gay family in the White House?" Hey, you already got one there. And she wound up dying in the surgery. She normally gets plastic surgery.
That part I won't laugh at. The part I'll laugh at is Michelle Obama being a tranny.
I think the funnest part, although it'd be a sad time, because it'd be nice if we were all just wrong, right? It would be nice if we were just all wrong about everything that's going on. But the day that comes where people go, "Man, you guys were right. We just thought you guys were crazy."
Yeah, they call us conspiracy theorists.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, yeah, I don't know what my response is gonna be. I think I'm just gonna be like, yeah, and just laugh. I don't get it. But yeah.
I'll be like, "I told you so."
good stuff.
This is a sick country.
Yeah. I still need
And
to.
then
Oh, go ahead.
how can our country be jealous of China? Because you guys, the politicians down here in Washington, sold our businesses off to China.
Exactly. And that's why we should bring all of our jobs back here and say, fuck China.
But I don't think they're coming back.
Oh, they should.
I think
They pay cheaper.
Go
They
ahead.
pay cheaper taxes, don't they?
Who does?
The companies out there in China. And they got slave labor.
Yeah, probably.
And not to
Oh,
mention,
yeah. Actually, you're right.
Suicide nets.
Mm-hmm.
Corporations that are headquartered outside the U.S. or something. There's some loophole, but yeah, they don't have to pay taxes. Like Apple doesn't pay any taxes, even though they reap in so much money. You know, all those tax.
Yeah, well, I know Apple just had to pay France billions of dollars for trying to do a monopoly. Yeah.
There's some guy I listened to a couple years ago. He said it really well because, you know, Apple uses a lot of the research that was used by taxpayer dollars in the U.S. and yet they don't pay any tax. People find that there's like 5 or 6 innovations that Apple used to create the iPhone, iPad, whatever, and then they pay 0 taxes. They give nothing back to all these taxpayer ideas or inventions or whatever. I just think that's pretty cool. That someone would look into all that and go, "Hey, this is fun. This is weird." You know, we've got all these taxpayer-funded inventions, patents, and all this other stuff. And Apple comes in, uses it, and they reap in billions, if not more. We don't really know how much. And then we get nothing from them, right? Instead, every American ends up paying like, isn't like $600 to $1,200 for these Apple products now?
Cheap ass phones.
Yeah.
Cheap ass expensive phones.
Yeah.
Made by people who killed themselves and slavery.
Yeah,
that's why I was like, and yet they. That's why, and plus their operating system sucks. It's like, who would want to pay for that fucking expensive piece of shit iPhone? Fucking sucks.
Remember,
I mean, if people want it, I don't care if people want to have it or I don't care because I don't like the iOS and the operating system. It fucking sucks.
Yeah. My wife had my wife's family. They love the iPhone stuff. Yeah, iPads. They're not computer savvy, so that market really works well with them. Yet when they needed something fixing, well, that's another thing is they pay for that extra service, I think, and then if something happens, all they do is they trade it in for a new one, right? Instead of having it repaired. I think that's just the difference. You pay for that premium for just to trade in and all that jazz. I got this. Oh, I don't know. There's so many videos I want to do, but I went fishing in Florida. I went to Naples, Eric.
Oh, cool.
And
where'd you
go? In Naples, we just went to the beach pretty much every day. Just because the kids like playing on the beach, and it was my son's first time at the beach, and
awesome,
he loved it. There's so the one time I was catching a lot of lizard fish, and until we went to one spot where I was saying, let's go there because there's the beach and there's an inlet to the I forgot what you call it. into this little inlet, where all the little fish go. Like so many dolphins just go up real close to you, and the good fishing spot where I was catching fish, there are pelicans waiting, and they would swarm people who caught a fish. It was the worst thing. I caught a fish, and this pelican just went for it, hit my hand. I had to push it away. It went back. I had to push it away. It went back. I had to push it away. So I realized I had to get it off the ground quick and just hold it up, and they won't go for it. But yeah, those pelicans are nasty. I think I edited a little short version of it. Maybe I'll share it. Just because this is pretty much a.
Speaking of Florida, yesterday the governor was shutting down the beaches, and people were still out there frolicking on the beach, bikinis, swim trunks. I'm like, wow. They said it's older people just getting it. I'm like, okay.
Well, that's almost all of Florida. At least they didn't close the beach down and then have the governor go out there on that closed beach and having a party. Like, what's his name?
Christy did. Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm like, that fat motherfucker. And I will keep saying it.
That's the same thing I said ever since I saw him with his family. I'm like, look at his fat ass wife. Both of them heavy.
Sorry, I'm.
And he don't tell people how to treat the coronavirus. I'm like, oh, shut the heck up. You lucky you ain't go to prison. All them people went to prison covering up for his butt. I wouldn't have done it.
Where did I put it? You guys keep talking. I'm trying to find.
Chris, like the whole thing. I'm gonna shut down the beach, and that fat fucker's on the beach.
And our mayor gave the police an okay. Don't worry about low-level crimes arresting people. I'm like, okay, now my son like, you want daddy's gun? You want to? Yeah. I said, well, you got to take me to the gun range. I don't know how to shoot that thing. Because he said, well, they petty thieves, so they're going to be trying to get in everywhere now. Because they think it's free range.
All right. Let me play this back. You guys are going to have to watch it on the YouTube screen, I think. And
okay.
Let's see. What's the best way to do this? Alt B. All right, here it is. I'm gonna shut our zoom down. All right, here we go.
Hey, my goodness! Hey, out of here, buddy. Watch out, Leela.
So, the funny thing about that is, my daughter was, she was. Let me get the main monitor off. Zoom meeting. All right. Also, when I caught it, hold on. My daughter had a lot of fun just because she was chasing off the pelicans. All right, I'm in. All right, I am in. Camera off. How's it going?
Hi, this is William.
Hey, Will. It's been a while. How you doing?
Is that William Pound?
Yep. I could recognize that voice.
Yep.
Yeah, I just I was looking in my YouTube
Hello.
conversations, and I found the link.
Okay, that's good.
But yeah, I'm just here to listen to the conversation from Zoom.
No worries. I mean, we kind of segued off with the coronavirus stuff. If you want to talk politics, since it is also Super Tuesday, you can talk politics, talk whatever you want, really.
It's all reg.
Mm.
What do you think, Will?
Are there any third parties anymore?
Well, there's Howie Hawkins, and I don't like him. I think everybody knows that, though.
Who's Howie Hawkins?
Oh, do not look him up. He's a terrible person. I hate him.
Is he like running independent as a
Oh,
libertarian, Green Party?
he is a Green Party, and he is pretty much winning. He's won the most primaries so far.
Hmm.
Why? What? What are some things you don't like about him? Just in general.
Well, he had a bunch of shit to say about Julian Assange.
Ooh.
Terrible shit. He's a Russiagator. He's a Russiagator.
Oh God.
Well. Okay.
And,
I don't think I like this guy either.
It's like being like Jimmy Dore said it. Said about Hawkins. It's like being a black guy in the Klan. Like like being a Russiagator in the Green Party.
Looks like the Green Party is infiltrated.
Yeah, I kind of had a feeling about that way back. Anyways.
Yeah.
I mean, he's won the most primaries so far. Behind him is Dario Hunter, and behind Dario, I would say Sydenham or Dennis Lambert. And I guess behind all of them is Chad Wilson. Because he's running for the primary in the primary too. Yeah.
At least I give Chad his props for trying. Mm.
At least he's...
I'm just done with politics.
I mean, I so far I've found the primary entertaining, and he's made it even more entertaining.
Did they have any debates?
Yes, and he's been in them.
Oh. Now I want to go and watch them. Do they have?
You can. Yeah, there's been plenty of debates that Chad has been a part of.
Where can I watch these? Has anyone?
I mean, like, I'll tell you something about Chad. He'll have a segment that sounds so good, but then the next segment will be all gibberish. It's kind of like a pattern, But he's super, super good. Let me see if I can find a link for you.
Okay.
To put in the chat.
Oh, I see some. I just did a... I think they have it on greenparty.org and on Chad Wilson's YouTube page had some up. Not a lot. Oh man, I think what would have been a good strategy in the debates. I mean, it's just all like all show anyway, but it would just be singling out that guy Howie Hawkins and just saying how he just sounds like a Democrat. He should just run in the Democratic primary. What's he doing in the Green Party type of thing,
Well, the Democrats are very, very bitter at very bitter at the Green Party because that cunt lost.
Yeah, I would.
That's actually the major reason why that they're attacking the Green Party and infiltrating it.
I would have, because I think Sam Ronan did a good job when he was running for the DNC, whatever
we know
that thing
that
was.
The DNC thing is like completely fucking rigged, beyond rigged.
But anyway, that his strategy was just to say all the things that are wrong with the Democratic Party, Green Party, and all this other stuff, and how it's like anyone supporting the current establishment and the way things are run, and they should just rail on it and say, look, the way that things have been going for the Democratic Party, it's not going to work on the Green Party. If you want to run the Green Party like the Democratic National Party, then go run in the Democratic National Party. And then the other part would be, it's Facebook. I don't go on Facebook, but
I sent you a link. I'm using my iPad.
no worries. I see it.
But yeah, Chad was in that debate. There's a few others he's been in too.
At Ball State University. That's an hour long. Oh man.
Yeah, you can just go ahead and skip in there. So just
Okay.
yeah.
It's kind of a small venue. Wait, was he?
Well, I mean, I didn't have a big budget to work with when putting it together.
Oh, you put it all. Oh, you put it all together.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm just saying
Wow.
the place where they had the thing with, how many people were there? It didn't seem like a lot.
Yeah, it was just like very few people. No, like it's not some big event. It's just some stoner hippies and some crazy conspiracy theorists yelling at each other. Chad was ripping Howie a new asshole in that debate. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Good.
Oh,
Good. I'm actually glad he tore him a new asshole.
Yeah, I want to see that. So people who don't know, we started this. I started my stuff with politics, and Chad was just people involved, and it's weird how so many how we all kind of splintered off and stuff, but doing all our different things.
And we still managed to unite as one.
Yeah, I mean, I
That's
think
really awesome.
if we got in the same live stream, we could just talk about all the stuff going on right now, and we'll probably be eye to eye on most of the stuff,
Yeah. James just did a video last night.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
what did he do a video of?
I think he was talking about the primary. Yeah. He
Okay.
was. And then Stevie was talking about one time when I was watching it. He said, "Yeah, remember we used to all be on the panel? We used to be up to like 4 or 5 in the morning, and everybody done went to sleep, and we still on the panel." That was a long night.
Yeah, we went on for hours. Eric would fall asleep on camera. That's the best.
Yeah, that was funny.
Well, we won't have those anymore.
Nah.
That was funny. Those are good times. I enjoyed them.
Always good times.
yeah, so I found a version of the debate on YouTube, but the volume is just all terrible. I did a mastering and everything on the Facebook one.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Yeah, you can just skip along in there, see if you like anything, or just save it for later. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy. Sorry, I was just gonna say it's easy to remaster the video, the audio. So I mean, but that does take time.
Oh yeah, no, but I spent a long time mastering it. Oh, it was so terrible.
Yeah. Hey. So, what are your thoughts? Do you think it's gonna actually be Bernie or Biden or someone else, or do you think it's it's gonna be just chaos. Oh.
I think that the Democrats are going to nominate Biden. You know, their fix is already in. It's always been in, and you know,
Well, do you think he has the chops to beat Trump, or do you even think that the Democrats even think that Biden has a chance against Trump?
They know that he doesn't have a chance. They know that Trump is a wrecking ball, and Biden he's just a wall made out of wood.
So what's their plan if their plan is on winning?
Not out of wood, out of sticks. A bunch of sticks. That's what Biden's wall is made out of.
No, their plan is they want Trump reelected again. That's all. The oligarchs who they work for, which they supposedly work for us, they do not want Bernie to get that nomination. So they probably threaten them and say we're going to take funding away and stuff because the DNC is broke.
Yeah. I can see that happening.
But you know, like, but yeah, no, he can't compose a single sentence, and Trump is just again total wrecking ball.
I mean, my plan would be have Bernie Sanders win, and the Democratic National Party do all that they can when he's running against Trump to look like he just failed miserably against Trump. So that would be the last time they have any Democratic Socialists run in the DNC. Because they go, look, we had someone like Bernie Sanders winning the DNC, and he lost horribly to Trump. So we can't have anyone like that again.
They'll change the rules.
All right, they already have.
They've been changing them.
They could change the rules at any well. It's a private It's a private company. They could change the rules at any time.
In the back room, cigar-filled rooms.
Yep.
Yeah.
They could change the rules at any given moment.
Yeah. But people don't remember that. Or some people don't even know about that lawsuit.
No, they don't.
Speaking of that lawsuit,
so this is a short.
I heard it was going to the Supreme Court.
Oh yeah, Nico and Lee Beck, Jared Beck was on Nico's House YouTube page. I think last week, and they were talking about it. Yeah, they went from the beginning.
I really want them to win the Supreme Court because fuck the DNC.
I really do too.
So anyway, okay, so there's a very short attack ad on Chad on Facebook. It's an attack ad.
Yeah, that's a weird attack ad.
I know, right? Especially when you're trying to, like, Chad's not a Russiagator. You know, he doesn't talk shit about Julian Assange. You know, for one, because he doesn't have the chops, doesn't have the credibility, and neither does Hawkins. So, you know, and so it's crazy. But yeah, no, that's the attack ad.
Hawkins is the Democratic operative running under the green label.
I'm glad at least the mention of Julian Assange comes up in the Green Party debates. Does that even happen in Democratic debates?
Nope.
No?
Same thing with the Republican Party.
Yeah. What? Republic? Oh, yeah, I can see that.
Well, both parties really think alike.
Because, I mean, at least Trump mentioned WikiLeaks during his run.
WikiLeaks. I love WikiLeaks.
Obviously, he doesn't. But he said it. At least, you know.
Hey, when it comes to the crazies, they'll start playing those clips.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I think it's just I think with Trump, he's he just chickened out. You know, he's I think I don't know. I think because again he was like Julian pretty much helped Trump win. I mean, you know, I that's not supposed, and that shouldn't be, you know, such a bad thing to say. You know, just like I don't know, it's crazy.
Well, that wasn't Julian's intention either to make him win. He thought she
He
was going to
just
win.
what the facts do is what the facts do.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
No,
You know?
I actually just see like what WikiLeaks has published as like evidence against the DNC because of their fucking bullshit shenanigans.
Now I'll say this: so Barrett Brown, I'd say he has a semi-legitimate criticism of Julian, or more so his lawyer, less Julian himself. I would personally say, just given the evidence I've seen, you know, about the just the feds pressuring to get sources from Julian's lawyer. I don't know. I've seen some evidence, but again, Julian's lawyer shouldn't even be in that position with the feds. That's what I say. That's what I say.
So I heard that Chelsea Manning committed suicide, and they released her.
She attempted suicide.
Yeah. So
she didn't commit it.
Okay. So what do you guys have? What details do you guys have on that? I haven't really paid attention to that.
Well, I don't know. I think they did. There was this fundraiser on GoFundMe, and they covered her legal fees, about $200,000. So, but it's I don't know too much other than that.
Is she released and free?
Yeah, she's free.
Okay.
Yeah, for now, but I mean, she was free before.
Yeah.
They might start.
Has she had any interviews anywhere now that she's out?
I asked her for one on Twitter. I'm still waiting for a response.
Okay, but I bet she hasn't been, or she will. Not even. Okay, that's weird.
I mean, I don't think once you've attempted suicide and spent so long in jail that you would. I think you want to get to know the real world, I guess, not too much internet time.
Well,
not that she was in jail, she was in solitary confinement. That's the worst place to keep somebody.
Because
and I just think, Twitter's not the best place to go after being scarred like that. Not Twitter.
Thank goodness I left Twitter back in January 2019, and I've been off for over a year and 2 months,
Wow.
2.5.
I don't really check too much, but let's see.
I need my Twitter. Twitter banned me for 3 days, and I was so upset. I swear, I'm hooked up to it. I'm an addict.
I got suspended for 12 hours for calling Hillary Clinton a cunt and a joke.
I was banned on Facebook for 3 days. You know what for?
What?
It seems that if you post a picture of Adolf Hitler in any context at all, that gets you banned.
Well, what if you?
It was a meme.
Yeah.
It was a funny meme, and it had Stalin in it too. It was a funny meme about the History Channel, World War II, and it was just Hitler with lightning powers and Stalin with some sort of energy orb power. It was a meme, okay? And I have 21 or 20 or 19 hours left on my ban. I'm not sure how many hours left. But yeah, they're doing the same thing if you talk about coronavirus too. I've seen.
On Facebook, I don't really go
Yeah.
on anymore. Facebook and Twitter are just
Useless.
yeah. I mean, YouTube is like the
Uh,
last thing.
Well, but I mean, can't they just delete something if they don't think it's profitable? No, isn't that a new thing in the guidelines?
Yeah,
I remember there was a controversy about that.
Yeah, they just want to go and protect celebrities and stupid politicians that just want to go and milk us of our fucking taxes.
As well as corporate media, since things like
Them
this,
too.
you know, for as small as things like this are, they're still kind of a threat. Just people talking. That's how much of a threat I think it is. I don't know.
yeah. It's weird. I mean, I've been doing what videos for 4 years. A lot of videos. I'm kind of surprised at how many subscribers I have. I have like 2,000, almost 2,100 subscribers. That's not
And
a lot. That's not
and
a
my
lot. But
my Facebook page has just that amount too.
yeah.
So yeah,
I have
guess.
418 people subscribed to my YouTube channel currently.
Nice, Eric.
Well, I don't have nearly that amount on YouTube, so I'm popular on Facebook, or quote unquote popular.
Yeah. Well, most of the things is I just look into things that most people that I usually watch that has a lot of views don't cover, and a lot of things where people who don't have a lot of subscribers where they make videos, it's like
Like on my Facebook page, I talked with Mike Gravel about what Howie Hawkins had to say, because Howie Hawkins managed to somehow get Mike Gravel's endorsement for the Green Party nomination. Anyway, and yeah, and then I went deep into Hawkins and what he had to say about Julian Assange, and Mike Gravel didn't like it.
That's a weird turn of events with Green Party. Does what's her name? Dr. who ran in 2016? Joe Green?
Dr. Jill
Stein.
Joe Stein.
Yeah.
Why am I thinking Joe Green?
Yeah. She said that. She said about what Hawkins had to say about Assange and Russiagate. She said something along the lines of, quote, even people in the Green Party are susceptible to this level of warmongering, end quote. She doesn't like Howie. She doesn't.
Oh, that's good.
I'd say that she secretly backs Dario. I mean, her campaign manager does. And then, Andrea, she's just a terrible woman. She is the one who runs the Hawkins campaign. And Jill and Andrea have this, big beef over the recount. And she's Howie Hawkins' campaign manager, Andrea.
Okay. Well, that sucks for the Green Party.
Yeah, I think she'll support Hawkins if he's the nominee. I think she has party loyalty, but she doesn't.
Fuck that.
She just doesn't want him to be the nominee, though.
Oh, I would just flat out and say it, because I like, with me, if I would be like, because with me, I'm too cutthroat, because I'm actually really cutthroat and I just don't care.
Well, yeah, I think isn't the whole idea of having party loyalty the problem that we're in?
I mean, I'd say so. I might vote for the Libertarian if it's Adam Kokesh. I like a lot of things he has to say, and I don't like a lot of things he has to say. But, he says he'll pick Cynthia McKinney as a running mate.
Oh, that's cool.
So, he wants to balance the ticket, ethnically and ideologically. So, you'll have an anarcho-capitalist, Adam Kokesh, and an anarcho-socialist, Cynthia McKinney.
I like that idea.
Yeah, and it's like the anarcho unity ticket.
Huh, I'll have to take a look. How's he doing as far as like I don't
I don't, again, I'm a registered Green, so I vote in the Green primary,
yeah.
not in the Libertarian. But if Adam Kokesh is the Libertarian nominee and Howie Hawkins is the Green nominee, I'm voting for Adam.
Yeah. That's interesting.
With me, I'm just.
I've been kind of close with Cynthia McKinney. Like she sent me a book. Gonna have her on my show again soon. I already had her on once.
Oh, that's awesome.
She is so great. I love her, every bit of her.
Yeah. I wonder what she thinks about the whole coronavirus. Oh wait, Will. So where are you living in right now?
I still live in Arizona.
How's the coronavirus affecting where you live there? Like
what?
locally?
Well, the governor hasn't done anything. I mean, some events have been canceled. Some of my favorite local stores have been canceled. It's like only the supermarkets right now.
Oh, okay. That's weird.
And I guess some restaurants.
Pharmacies are still open, right?
I don't go to pharmacies.
But most likely they are. Because that's what's open here.
And what else? Is it true that in April there's going to be a complete shutdown?
I don't know.
That's what my sister told me. I don't know if she's feeding me fake news or not. But Mitt Romney's taken up Tulsi Gabbard's idea of a UBI for the remainder of the crisis, quote unquote.
Well, Trump talking about giving that out too. He said that today in his news conference. Lord, they held up my TV for hours. I missed Dr. Oz.
So Mitt Romney, Donald Trump, Tulsi Gabbard, AOC, all these people are saying UBI. So I guess you'll see some bipartisanship there.
Oh, AOC, she's wishy-washy. She was against UBI when Yang was running, and after he finished running, he dropped out the race. Now she all for it.
She's a grifter. What do you expect from AOC? She's a lying ass grifter. She doesn't care.
I knew she was lying when I found out about her when she was running for that seat. But they trying to primary her because I was like, first of all, somebody did a show on her, the shoes she wore in the campaign. They were a couple of $1,000s. And she's AOC from the Bronx. No, she wasn't from the Bronx. Her father was an architect. They live in the suburbs. I hate people lying. Give your truth.
Yeah. I love you, Shirley.
Dude, I'm sick of that crap. And just like the Democrats are here, oh, we protect our whistleblowers. Well, how Julian Assange is in the UK waiting to be extradited over here. He's a whistleblower. It's just the hypocrisy. I'm just sick of it. I didn't even vote in 2020. I'm not voting at all. I think Bernie is in on with that crap because he's not. He did all right that debate, but I think he could have done better.
He's in on it too. I've accepted that reality for a long ass time.
Yeah.
Because he started lecturing and pandering that Russia bullshit, and him joining the Democratic Party.
Eric, Joe Biden is my friend.
Oh God,
he's my friend. Joe Biden is my friend. I have nothing but love for Joe Biden. I'd like to suck his dick if I could, but my dentures won't allow me to do so. Yeah, okay, but no, he said, yeah. He always says before, saying something about Joe Biden that's negative, he'll always be as a precursor. Okay, so Joe Biden is my friend?
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, he said several candidates was his friend. I'm like, how they your friend? They attacking you and trying to run against you.
Shirley, I don't accept that. Elizabeth Warren is my friend.
Oh God.
And then which failed their DNA test.
Everybody was his friend. They don't like you. That's what Hillary said in the interview. Oh, nobody likes Bernie. Nobody. I'm like, oh, I wish she would shut the F up.
Oh, she's like a little high school girl. Ew,
Yeah.
Nobody likes Bernie. No, that's disgusting. Ew,
Well, no one likes Hillary Clinton either.
Yeah, but this virus, I really believe the Democrats had something to do with it, especially Hillary Clinton, because she's involved with she's involved with she's involved with the military-industrial complex. They love her. They love her. Those neocons, and they did that to try to think, oh, we can put this virus out here on people, and then that'll affect Trump getting reelected. Well, that's a bad idea.
No,
Because he gives the American people $1,000 of that money, like he was saying yesterday, his phone number's going to go up again. They're idiots. Because I remember George Bush gave us, I remember getting that $500 check.
But, well, they're geniuses, Shirley, if your whole idea was getting Trump reelected, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They want, it just proves that they want Trump, no matter who the nominee is.
I mean, Bernie says Biden can beat Trump. Joe Biden is my friend. Joe Biden is my friend, and he can beat Trump. Joe Biden can beat Trump. He has a great heart. He also said that. Joe Biden has a great heart.
Did he really say Joe Biden could beat Trump?
Indeed, he did.
OMG. It's like Bernie don't want to be president. He's playing a game.
Exactly.
And that's a shame. And he got even newer Democrats that never voted. And that's a shame.
Well,
I can't wait to watch Deb Delabiana's video tomorrow about Bernie. Well, she been on a roll about him.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Bernie said that 6 days ago. I think Biden can beat Trump.
And the Democrats that just acting like little children. It's just like, I'm just sick of it. And this coronavirus, every time I turn to my local news, I just want to see what happened in my city. They start off with that coronavirus. And they have every county that's involved on TV. And then they get to the main news. Like one time, a 4-year-old got shot. They went way later in the news to talk about that. I'm like, oh, gosh. How much more can you give us? I don't need to know how many people died in each county or in New Jersey or whatever. They taking away our life because I mean, the casinos are closed. And then they closed down the liquor stores. Even the liquor stores inside the supermarkets.
That's crazy.
But the supermarkets are still open.
It's like they just want to close down all the damn businesses because, some fucking freak out over some dumbass virus.
Yeah.
It's like the government.
I mean, like last year, everybody was talking about how they have the balls to invade Area 51. And now with a virus with a 98% survival rate, it's like, oh my goodness, freak out, lay people off their jobs, virus economy, You know, shut it all down.
Like I
It's really
said earlier,
sad.
they have lost their goddamn fucking minds.
They
They
have,
really have.
especially when the toilet paper was missing in the damn store.
It'd be funny. So 10 most dangerous jobs in America. Imagine they shut those jobs down. More people die doing that job than the coronavirus will kill them. So, I mean, I wonder what those people think. It's like, I'm sorry, you've got the most dangerous job in America. What are your thoughts of you not doing that because of the coronavirus? They'll probably be like, hey, as long as I keep getting paid to stay home, I'll I mean, that's just crazy. Let's see.
I think that new privacy law, they want to do some surfing on the internet, some surfing to monitor people. And I don't think a lot of people is for that. I wonder if they're going to send out something else to affect it, like they did with that anthrax. So they can pass it.
Yeah, it's like they just want to do anything so opportunistically to go and violate our rights over stupid shit.
And everything I noticed that happened in the U.S., it's the U.S. involved. But they always want, and remember they made the Arabs the new terrorists? Those people wasn't doing nothing to us. They stay over there. That's why we always over there. They have them contained, basically. They haven't done no really attack over here. Everything that was done. What was that Oklahoma City bombing? I believe it, but U.S. is involved in that. Because I don't believe them white boys did that. They ain't concoct up nothing like that. Because there was a reporter, I think she used to, I don't like Fox News, but she used to come on Fox News and she was saying something about Arab men was in that town or whatever. And Timothy McVeigh was supposed to travel overseas to an Arab country. It was just a mess. And then to find out there was some documents in there they didn't want to get out. So that's why they hit that building. A government building with a daycare center in it. I'll never forget that. And this coronavirus is our next 911.
Yeah.
That's all it is. And that Boston Marathon bombing, that didn't have to happen because I know Russia had warned the U.S. that one brother was here coming back and forth in the part in Russia where there was terrorists. And they knew he was here. They just let the bombing happen.
Well, I heard the FBI were working with them, weren't they?
They probably were. They probably were. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised.
And yet our taxes go to them, and yet they want to cause more fucking problems.
Mm-hmm.
How do you stay so young looking, Will? Every time I see you, you just look younger.
It's a little thing called lighting.
I gotta work on my lighting, I guess. Oh, man.
And like they said that yesterday, the Democrats risked people's lives to go out to vote because they could have canceled that for another date. They wanted to push Biden on and jeopardize the people's lives. Yeah.
Yeah. Just, man, it's interesting times at least, right, that we live in.
Yeah.
Insane times. It's insane because people have lost their goddamn fucking minds.
Yeah, they have, Eric. They have. Some people have even bought up baby wipes. I'm like, damn.
Well, yeah. I wouldn't want to lose my baby wipes. I still have a baby. It'd be the people who don't have a baby that are taking all the baby wipes. Shame on you.
And believe me, it's the one that's probably taking it.
Yeah.
I'm like, all the toilet paper go, how many shits people take in a goddamn day? It's ridiculous. I don't buy toilet paper like that. I get a 12 pack when it runs, get darn near ran out. I just go to the store, and I was just I'm like, God damn, what happened to the toilet paper? I had to go around shopping at different stores to find me toilet paper. I couldn't believe it.
And also, who's profiting off this fucking panic? Gotta also think about that too.
Yeah, they are. Because this one guy, I don't know where it was at. I was watching a YouTube video, and this guy, they had an ad up. He had over $17,000 worth of sanitizer in his garage. And he had no place to sell it. I said, "Fucking idiot!"
I was thinking of, just making a joke of the whole coronavirus situation and just have toilet paper rolls in the background and like 10,000 like white bread, like there's a whole bunch of just junk. It's like, yeah, I just bought like 10,000 loaves of bread and it's gonna last me 2 years. That stuff won't last more than like 2 weeks.
No, some people put it in the freezer. They put it in the freezer.
Oh yeah, I guess you can always put it in the freezer. But like, how big? I mean, even if you put bread in the freezer, I'm serious. The best thing you could do is just buy flour, salt, some oils. That's kind of why I wanted to make a video later.
I have two trash cans. One filled with rice, one filled with beans.
Yeah, rice and beans is great. I think any oils or any soy sauce works good if you don't want beans. Soy sauce and rice, complete protein. Yeah, basic ingredient stuff that'll last forever. And you just add them together with some water and you've got stuff. Like soup is going to go well, right? You get all the stuff, you can make your own bread. Just have soup and bread. And that's going to last you a long time. Whatever vegetables you can find, add that in, or meat, and you got yourself a stew. I mean,
every time I have tried to make bread in my life, it has gone terribly wrong.
It's pretty easy to make bread. You just got to follow the baking instructions to the T.
I do. For some reason, I can't cook it. I can't bake it, no matter what.
Okay. Yeah, I guess it's tough for some people.
Or probably have a bread machine. Make it easy.
I know I can make a great Chick-fil-A sandwich.
I mean, I generally think of bread as a filler.
Yeah, it is a filler. I mean, you add that in with any type of soup or stew. You get all the nutrients from the soup and the stew, and the water helps make you feel satiated, so you just feel less hungry. It's like the poor man's survival food, all the soup and the stew stuff. And same thing with rice doesn't make you feel very full. That's the thing. But the beans will.
I could actually eat a bag of rice and actually be full. All I have to do is put some.
You can feel full, but you'll be hungry 2-3 hours later.
Yeah.
Because every time I eat rice, it's like, I feel full, and then next thing I know, 4 hours later, I'm wanting to eat again.
Even I had one time where I stayed up until 7 o'clock in the morning. I actually made myself rice at between 6 and 6:30 in the morning. Didn't want breakfast at the moment. I just wanted a bag of rice. So I went and boiled it. I put some butter in it, and I put some garlic pepper in it, and it was very, very filling for me. Yeah. And after that, I went to sleep.
Yeah, I mean, I do that all the time. My father and my grandmother. They were telling me how what they ate during the Korean War stuff. It's just get rice, add some butter, soy sauce, and some was it peanut sauce?
I can't eat that.
Basically, just some type of oil. I forget what oil. Well, anyways, some oil, some soy sauce on the rice, and if you can, add in some of the add in butter for some flavor. And that's good. I actually try. That's basically like fried rice without frying it, and without any vegetables or meat in it. So it's like pre-fried rice. But like if you have actually other stuff, all you have to do is with that rice and the oil and the butter and the soy sauce, add in whatever you can, put it on a fryer, and you got yourself fried rice. So.
That sounds simple.
Yeah, it's really good. And also, if maybe you guys should show up when I do the like when shit hits the fan. What should you get at the store? That's gonna last you a long time. Maybe Will stay away from the bread making stuff. He's getting me starving. He's like, I made 12 batches of bread today and they all burned. I'm gonna starve.
Well, it's not the fact that they burn, but they end up being so thick and doughy, and I feel like an absolute failure afterwards.
Oh, are you putting in the yeast? Are you leaving it sit? Are you using yeast? Sorry.
Indeed.
Oh, okay. I think you're making it rise too long. You might anyways. You can make bread without yeast and that's fine. It's like flatbread. That's easier and I actually like the taste of it better. It's just not as doughy. Anyway.
That's why if I were to make bread, I'd rather have like a bread maker.
Sesame oil. Bob's got it right. Sesame oil with the rice. Yeah, I've got a bread maker that my brother gave us like 3-4 years ago. We haven't opened it or used it. I may have to try it. See how it goes. I just like making bread the old-fashioned way, you know, or rustic bread or whatever. Just, I mean, simple ingredients. But I'll have to check out that bread maker. I don't know what else to do with it. All right, let's see. It's almost 2 o'clock. No, yeah. Wait, it's 1:30. Almost 2 hours.
It's 2:30 here.
Yeah. All right. Anything we want to talk about before I sign off or we sign off?
I wish the stores would stock back up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the big warehouses like BJ's, Costco's, and then you can't find water. They buying up all the water.
Yeah, it might get worse if for some reason the town shuts off the water supply. I mean, that's when things get worse.
Because I get that reverse osmosis water.
Yeah, that's what I have.
Yeah.
Wait, do you have that shit?
Well, no, I buy it because now I can't get that thing. I wish I could get that system in my house, but
yeah,
I buy it because Target's is reverse osmosis. I had to get some Sunday. They were like $1.27 for a case. I'm like, cool.
Yeah, they're cheap. It's really easy to set up, Shirley, to get a reverse osmosis system. I mean, if you
to do it yourself.
Yeah, I did it myself. It was the first time too. I was like, I don't. This doesn't look right. and then
Does it work?
Yeah, it worked. I thought I would need tools and stuff. It's like I didn't really need anything except with the wrench, and I was good.
Oh, maybe I can get my son to do it.
Yeah, your son should be able to do it really quick and easy. Cause I was like, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do it because I looked underneath and I looked at the instructions and it doesn't look the same. But anyways, I just figured I'll try it. And if it doesn't work, I'll put everything the way it was. And then there's some things I had to do differently than the instructions, but it was easy to figure out.
Right.
So that's the best because when they say you need to change it, like every 2 months, 3 months, or 6 months, whatever. It's also rated at however many gallons you drink a day. So the one I got is like 16-gallon tank or something like that. So we probably drink about 2 gallons a day, so I don't really think you need to change the filters out as much as they say. Plus, I've got a little a water thing which it measures all the particulates in the water. So if that goes up, I know that the filters need changing. So don't they tell you to change the filters frequently because they just want you to buy their products and their filters. But if you just keep checking the water quality and you don't see the particulates adding up, then the reverse osmosis is working fine. You don't need to change the filters.
It's just, for this entire virus situation, it's been a blessing for me as a hermit to just feel absolutely justified in my me excluding myself from society as much as possible. You can see it in my skin. No sunlight.
Yeah. I mean,
they say stay in crowds of 10 and do your social distancing. But yesterday when I saw Trump in his news conference, all of people standing all close together, I said, well, they're not practicing social distancing.
Yeah.
They close together. Oh, gosh. I never heard of that.
I need to tell something to all the Italians who may or may not be watching. Stop kissing each other. No more.
Oh, yeah, they are loving people.
Greeting.
Yeah, they do a lot of kissing one another.
And that's why they're in such a bad state.
And I don't think it matters because in China they bow to each other. So I mean,
how when they're kissing someone are two different things, Evan. Oh God!
I mean, the virus started there, so of course, I don't know. I just think, Italians, they may have some bad things going on with their healthcare system and stuff, but I'm telling you, it's the kissing. It's the kissing.
I think it's all that free healthcare they get because they're so happy.
I don't like universal healthcare or free healthcare in the U.S. because our healthcare is horrible.
But we had to revamp that. All them down in Congress and stuff. We had to get rid of all of them.
Yeah.
They get free healthcare. We would. For it to run right, yes.
Yeah. Well, if they're running things and we have universal healthcare, this is what I say all the time. If Bernie wins, we get past universal healthcare. They're gonna make it like the worst healthcare system in the world on purpose, just so
and use our tax dollars
exactly.
With that.
Yep.
And that's why I kind of I want to pull like a reverse on them. I only want the politicians to go and pay for it, not on the expense of the American taxpayers. Since, if the government wants to give out free health care, then they should pay for it, not the
they
American
have free health care right now.
Yeah, we paying for it.
Yeah.
The fuckers.
They even after, if they only serve office for 2 years and they get out, they have a pension and they have the free health care for life.
I mean,
ain't that something?
I'm telling you guys.
They should pay
McKinney 2020.
Well, I don't think Eric, me, or Shirley are gonna vote, but if those guys and Cynthia McKinney run, it'd be like, hey, why not? Let's just do it for the fun of it.
Yeah, but I
might not vote either. We'll see. Again, I don't think I'll vote for any of the libertarians, but Adam Kokesh. I'm at very limited options.
Yeah, because they're not going to be president. But I'd love to just vote for someone local who's just really anti-establishment.
You gotta watch too, because they can be kind of crappy. Like my city council here.
Yeah.
City council, they all corrupt. I'm forgot they're working on something to repeal that damn sugar tax, because that's a killer. Our sales tax is 8%.
Yeah.
And then you add on the sugar tax. That's crazy. And they always using children to do these things. Oh, it's for
Oh,
the
it's the
kids.
children. It's the children.
The children
We
become the
gotta,
spokespeople.
Yeah,
Like
we
the
gotta be
yeah.
careful.
what's her
We gotta
And
name?
I
be.
don't like that. They
Go ahead.
sick. They use children.
Yeah.
We
And
gotta
they
be.
know they don't give a shit about them. Just like abortion. Oh, I'm against abortion. I don't like killing children. Well, why are we in other countries killing children and other people?
Yeah.
Good
So
point.
you're not against killing children. It's just total fucking hypocrisy, man.
It's moral
Total.
hypocrisy and bullshit.
Yes. Yep. Mhm.
They just want to be virtuous. They just want to be moralistically virtuous. Oh, let's care about the children. Let's
They
care
don't
about.
care about no children. Then the kids born here and they ain't got no place to stay. They put them in that corrupt foster care system. All kinds of things. Having them children is sick. That's why Russia banned U.S. from adopting children anymore.
You know
I
what?
remember when that.
They should just let the Clinton Foundation figure out the whole
Hell
adopt.
no.
Fuck no.
Matter of fact, one of her people, they was stealing kids from Haiti,
Yeah.
and the woman got locked up, and the Clintons got her out, and then she's working for the Amber Alert police. I'm like, what the fuck? This woman is literally
Damn.
working for Amber Alert.
What's her name?
Trafficking children from Haiti. I talked to some Haitian Uber drivers. I said, I know y'all can't stand the Clintons. They like, hell no. They stole our $10 million.
Laura Silsby.
I'm like,
That's her name.
yeah. I said, it's unbelievable. And this country ain't nothing but a sex trafficking pool going all the way down to Washington. I remember that first kid that was that.
What does everybody think of Tulsi Gabbard?
I like Tulsi. She's okay, but in her campaign, because Tim Blackstein, he called her campaign, to talk about black issues and whatever else, and they kept saying no. She wasn't even reaching out to black people, and you need a black vote to get in.
I think a lot of Tim's claims and a lot of Nico's claims. I think that's like
Haven't they become corporate? That's what I heard. That's what Deb said, because she used to watch.
I wouldn't say corporate, but they're definitely at war with each other, Nico and Tim.
Oh, they are at war with each other?
They used to be cohorts and friends and such, and now they're like, they have a rivalry.
Well, rivalry always brings up views. That's the whole point.
That's why I don't care for the fucking rivalry bullshit.
Yeah, because I remember one time Tim allowed Jamal Thomas on his show, and somebody said something about Tim when they called in, and I don't think Jamal agreed with him or whatever, yada yada yada. But Tim ain't never let him on again. He don't even talk about that guy. Wow. And now he's on Sputnik News.
Who? Oh yeah, Jamal. I saw that.
Jamal, yeah. Yep.
Weird. Weird stuff. I mean, people have to rise up from somewhere,
Yeah.
But as long as they talk about issues people refuse to talk about in mainstream media, I like that.
I just got to say, I do have a preference for Nico House compared to Tim Black. I do watch him. Though, sometimes.
I don't watch any. I don't really even watch alternative media anymore. It's more of a. I'm just investigating a lot more stuff. That's just.
Well,
I'll just have my fun with alternative media.
I mean, sometimes I just use it as a background for whatever I'm doing. I'll just listen to it on the side while I'm doing something.
Yeah.
Oh, I hang around with the alternative media just for fun.
Yeah, I know you.
You know, because like with me, because I know the 2020 election is going to be completely just selected. Trump's going to win, no matter who who the DNC wants to, let be the nominee. Because it's all a big money making Ponzi scheme. That's what the DNC really is. It's a
I mean,
slush
Well,
fund.
I think Bernie could beat Trump, but I don't even think. I think Bernie's pretty much in the bag for Biden. Like he may have brought up some things at the debate, but did it for Hillary, and I just think it's just a repeat of 2016.
yep,
Yeah,
that's
Doing
all
cheap
it is.
talk.
and Bernie Sanders is gonna kiss the DNC's foot again. He's a real fucking foot smoocher. I hate to say it, but it is true.
Hey,
He's a foot
he's
smoocher.
too old to run again. He can't run again.
I remember. It'd be funny if Bernie said something like, you know how in 2016 he goes, "I don't want to talk about the damn emails." In 2020 he goes, "I don't want to talk about the damn pedophilia."
I don't want to talk about the damn corn pop.
I don't get that reference. Corn pop.
It's a Joe Bidenism.
Oh,
Corn pop. It's I don't know. It's. I mean, Eric, do you know it?
The corn pop situation. Like, Joe Biden makes up like crazy. Joe Biden just makes up crazy shit to say. I mean, what was that?
now I have to
No,
look it
he
up.
don't make it up. He has dementia. He has dementia. Literally.
Joe Biden, and I'm running for U.S. Senate. If you don't like it, you can vote for the other Biden.
You can vote for Trump.
Well, one thing I can say, I give Trump his credit. I give any president their credit. But if they ain't, I'll turn against them quick too. But I'm one thing to say about Trump. Trump did a lot more for black folks than Obama did. He let the
I can picture Trump bringing up, the fact that Joe Biden said that he thinks he's running.
Sorry, I'm reading about the corn pop thing with Joe Biden.
I got a length of chain, and I wrapped it around corn pop's neck.
Oh, that's just good stuff. I miss politics. This is fun.
Corn pop.
Corn.
I'm gonna get you, corn pop.
I loved it when Mike Bloomberg stepped in the race and little Trump gave him a nickname, old Mini Mike. I was cracking up. Mini Mike. I said he got a name for everybody.
Yeah.
Liar Watha.
They have a wiki page for all the names that Trump calls people, nicknames.
Pocahontas.
They do?
Yeah.
And let me tell
He
you,
named it-
Pocahontas. He was really mean to Minnie Mike up there. She said a lot of mean things about Minnie.
Oh gosh. Oh man. That is a clown race, that election. A clown race.
It's a clown race. Where is that? Where is that Red Nose?
I like his list of nicknames for himself. He calls himself Mr. Brexit, your favorite president, King of Death, Tariff Man, the
It's
chosen
a clown
one.
race. Honk, 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 honk. It's a clown race. Honk, honk.
Joe Biden, he calls him Crazy Joe Biden and Sleepy Joe, or Very Slow Sleepy Joe.
There was
he called
one.
He called him Crazy Bernie. He called Bernie Crazy Bernie.
No, Bernie's gone apeshit nowadays.
Yeah, he calls him the Nutty Professor, Bernie Sanders. Basically, brain dead Bernie. He calls Arnold Schwarzenegger Crazy Arnold. He's calling everybody crazy.
You know what? I had the wrestling match on Friday night, right? So it was the women in the ring first, and I see them fighting and doing all this. And then I saw I said, there's no audience out there. It's no fun. The audience make the show.
Yeah.
Screaming and hollering. But the WWE is going to cancel the, what's that big event coming up in April? WrestleMania. I said
WrestleMania.
WrestleMania. Yeah, they're canceling that. Because I said, that don't look right.
Yeah.
They so greedy for money.
Now, I'm not sure if Trump has called Biden low energy Joe yet.
The low energy was Jeb Bush.
Yeah,
but I
Jeb
think
Bush
it
was low.
And that name fit him too. That name fit Jeb too. Low energy. You see him. Remember you stand? Did anybody see that video? He was standing there speaking in front of someone. They cut his speech off. He said, "Oh my God, I can't believe it. They're making me sit down." He didn't get to finish his speech. No one saw that video. Oh, that was hilarious. I was cracking up, and I thought the Trump called low energy Jeb. I'm like, dang. They cut his speech off. He couldn't finish. He couldn't believe it. He had to go sit in the audience.
He calls George H.W. Bush original. I wonder what he calls
wait, Eben, did you see the video of Biden talking about corn pop?
no, not yet. I just saw the article on it. So.
You want me to share it with you?
He do still look young.
I mean, I'll share
It's not the lighting. It's not the lighting.
Biden should have sniffed Amy Klobuchar's hair.
Oh my goodness,
he should have been like. He should have just went. He should have just. Oh.
So I give you Joe Biden.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, he should. He should.
I learned a lot, and I learned that it makes a difference. This was the diving board area, and I was one of the guards, and they weren't allowed to. There was a 3-meter board, and if you fell off sideways, you landed on the darn cement over there. And Corn Pop was a bad dude, and he ran a bunch of bad boys. And I did. And back in those days, to show how things have changed, one of the things you had to use, if you used pomade in your hair, you had to wear a bathing cap. And so he was up on the board, wouldn't listen to me. I said, "Hey, Esther, you, off the board, or I'll come up and drag you off." Well, he came off, and he said, "I'll meet you outside." My car, these were all public housing behind it. My car, there was a gate out here. I parked my car outside the gate. And he said, "I'll be waiting for you." He was waiting for 3 guys in straight razors. Not a joke. There was a guy named Bill Wright, Mouse, the only white guy, and he did all the pools. He was the mechanic. And I said, "What am I going to do?" He said, "Come down here in the basement where where all the pool filter is. You know the chain, there used to be a chain that went across the deep end. And he cut off a 6-foot length of chain. He folded up, he said, "You walk out with that chain. And you walk to the car and say, 'You may cut me, man, but I'm going to wrap this chain around your head.'" I said, "You kidding me?" He said, "No, if you don't come back." And he was right. So I walked out with the chain. And I walked up to my car. And in those days, you used to remember the straight razor. You'd bang them on the curb, get them rusty, put them in the rain barrel, get them rusty. And I looked at him, but I was smart then. I said, first of all, I said, when I tell you to get off the board, you get off the board, and I'll kick you out again, but I shouldn't have called you Esther Williams. I apologize for that. I apologize, but I didn't know that apology was going to work. He said, "You apologize to me?" I said, "I apologize for that, not for throwing you out, but I apologize for what I said." He said, "Okay," closed the straight razor, and my heart began to beat again.
In the same speech, let me tell you, because I can't find it, but in that same exact speech, he was talking
Almost every
about...
day we see a new must-see moment. Former vice president and man asking, "If they're unlimited breadsticks, why can't I take some home?"
Okay, so yeah. No, he was just like, "Oh, and the kids, they jump on my hairy legs." You know, so I'm like, what the fuck is with this dude? Oh my god, he's just so not.
I guess presidents have to be entertaining, right? So maybe Joe Biden's got that factor.
I mean, here's one thing: Biden is very entertaining. That's like the one thing that I could give Biden credit. He's gonna throw the election to Trump anyway. Hell, even if Corn Pop is his vice president.
That'd be awesome. I think people would vote for him if he had Corn Pop as his VP.
Yes, imaginary friend Corn Pop, vice president Corn Pop.
Do y'all remember when Obama was at the podium and Biden was standing next to him and he just praised about he got the health bill passed, and Biden came, Mike called him. He said, "This is fucking great." Y'all remember that?
Yes.
I
remember when you said that.
I remember watching him. He was like falling asleep on one of Obama's speeches. He's in the background. He's just like, man, yeah. I just feel like.
Okay, I found the short little segment where he says he has hairy legs.
All right.
And they like to jump on them. It's very short, a few seconds. I'm telling you.
I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun, and the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They'd look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap, and I've loved kids jumping on my lap, and I've loved kids. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
Oh my goodness! Why?
Love kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
Roaches? Did he say he loved roaches?
Yeah.
And you said he loved kids jumping on his lap?
He said he learned about roaches, and he loves having kids jump on his lap. He loves having kids jump on his lap.
Kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
But the funniest thing, I think, before he says that, he goes, learn about roaches. That came from like left field.
I learned about my hairy legs.
This is random. This is good stuff.
Horrible
what
stuff. What Taylor used to say about him, say it ain't so, Joe, when he mess up and say something. That's what she used to say about him.
Man.
I'll admit, Joe Biden does bring more he brings more of an entertainment.
I wonder what drug they're gonna have him on when he's the nominee and debating against Trump. Oh, that's gonna be hilarious. Unless they gonna have him come from high octane drugs.
Probably the same drugs. Probably the same drugs that they gave Hillary Clinton when she, had that collapse at the 9/11.
That was hilarious. Me and my husband was cracking up about that. He said, "Look, a shoe came off." I said, "It did." I missed that one. I said, "Damn sure it did. A shoe came off." And who called it? I said, "Who I watched?" They call her band. Lionel Nation. He said, "That's a mobile hospital for her band. They got medical equipment in there for her." I was cracking up.
And I have a simple proposition here. I'm here to ask you for your help. Where I come from, you don't get far unless you ask. My name's Joe Biden. I'm a Democratic candidate for the United States Senate. Look me over if you like what you see. Help out. If not,
he's running for Senate, guys.
And he'll
running for president no more.
He'll end up forgetting the message, though.
I told you, you got dementia.
Not running for president, running for senator. I want to be a senator again.
I think I will watch the general election debates. Just if he is nominated, I would love to just listen to Trump rip on him. It's like,
Trump is just going to be like, Joe, you just told everybody you're running for Senate. What the hell are you doing here?
I don't think he'll.
I'd love to see you be a senator, Joe. I'd love it. Let me tell you something, Joe. Run for Senate. I'm telling you, you do great. You do great. You do great.
Well, he's got to put a nickname in front of Joe. He'd say Dementia Joe or something like that.
Low Energy Joe. You would do great. I'm telling you, great as a senator. Just drop out. Just drop out. Let me be president.
He also
You're ready to lose anyway. I already beat you.
Oh, he calls him 1% Biden or 1% Joe and Crazy Joe Biden. Quid pro Joe. Quid pro Joe.
Joe.
Sleepy Joe, very slow Sleepy Joe.
Like there was one time at a Trump rally, he actually said something. He actually he said Sleepy Joe, but someone said Creepy Joe. Then Trump said Creepy Joe, and I thought that was the funniest fucking thing ever. But just him saying just hearing him saying the term Creepy Joe was pretty fucking funny.
Oh, how many?
I think Biden should have. I think Biden should have sniffed Amy Klobuchar's hair. I mean, especially with her eating salad with her comb. I'm surprised Joe Biden did not go up on stage and sniff her fucking hair.
Remember George Bush when he gave that the German chancellor a back rub? Remember that one?
You mean Biden?
No, George Bush. She never liked him, but he did that. Let me see if I can find it.
I hope it was an Angela Merkel.
Yeah, it was. I think it was Merkel.
Who would want to touch that ugly cunt?
I think Biden just likes to sniff. He don't care.
This commercial. Where is it? Yeah, that's a commercial. I gotta mute it, and you'll have to see it on the YouTube. So give me a second. Here you go. I am gonna have to play it back without video or without audio. Where is it? Ah, here it goes. They're having a discussion. He comes in and just grabbed her shoulders. Okay, it wasn't bad as I remembered. I just thought that was a little weird. Anyways, that wasn't as bad as I remembered it was. I thought it was a lot longer than that. All right, that was a dumb one. Sorry, my bad. I remember it. I thought I remembered it a lot differently. But I mean, yeah.
Have you seen that honest Joe Biden ad video by Matt Orfila? It's like if a Joe Biden ad were honest. Oh, I want to show you that if you want to see it, but let me know.
I see it.
But Biden will end up forgetting the message afterwards.
Yeah, if you want to go ahead and share it and play it, go ahead.
Will do.
Ooh, what kind of dressing are you using, especially with that comb? That's Biden. I mean, he should just pick Amy Klobuchar. It would just be too funny. I'd be like, can I sniff your cum?
It's said in here, your character is revealed.
I'm gonna wrap this chain around your
But
head.
it's in life where your character is formed.
Poor kids are just as bright as white kids.
What you've overcome.
I'm like the token black or the token
How
woman.
you step up when the moment demands it.
You know the thing.
And what you do when the cameras are off.
See, I went to the big guys for the money.
Where you've led. What you've done.
Killed thousands of people.
And what you'll never stop working to do.
To prostitute myself.
Who you stand with.
Big money donors.
And who you fight for.
Biden spoke at a private fundraiser and told the big donors that under his presidency, no one's standard of living will change. Nothing will fundamentally change.
Character matters.
Lion, dog, face, pony shoulder.
Maybe more here than anywhere.
You got the right candidate in Bernie. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message. Make sure you have the record player on at night. Anyway, my time's up. It's my little sister, Valerie, and I'm Jill's husband. Oh, no, you switched on me. This is my wife, this is my sister. They switched on me. My name's Joe Biden. I got hairy legs, and I'm a Democratic candidate for the United States Senate.
You know, your candidate might be better on, I don't know, healthcare than Joe is. But you've got to swallow a little bit.
This is my wife.
Oh my goodness. This is just a...
I can't believe they didn't play one of the full clips on there, but like, you know, in one of the clips, you know, he says later in that clip, you know, after saying, you know, like, hey, fat, listen here. Like, he calls him fat. Like, here, fat, here's the deal. Here's the deal, fat.
They should just put. They should just.
I remember the quote. I remember the quote. Look, fat. Here's the deal.
Remember when George H.W. had that shoe thrown at him? That was hilarious.
Oh man, I think he had practice with I think he had practice with that shoe dodging. I mean, he had some good reflexes.
Yeah, he sure
I wish I would have hit him. I think I would have laughed harder. I'm like, good, he deserved it.
I saved that video. I still have it too.
Yeah. Or how he couldn't open the doors in China. He just kind of stood there. It was like, oh, that guy was an idiot. I think that's why we're in such a... I don't know. Why do people keep voting for the crazy idiots? Is that what people want to lead? Have a crazy, idiotic life or something? I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
Man.
The only thing I do get is it's completely fucking rigged.
We're just laughing at all the bad stuff happened to us, I guess. My wife says...
They better laugh than be miserable.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Plus, I guess my wife always says, you know, there's nothing else I can do. In a situation she can't change. Might as well laugh at it. It's kind of like a stoic approach. Stoic philosophy.
No, it's not. You need comedy.
No. A stoic approach is you can't do anything about things you can't change. It's all about how you handle yourself. So, you know, I think most people just handle themselves with just, all right, this is a funny situation. It sucks.
Yeah. All you can do is laugh about it and not get angry.
Yeah. So it's good
That's
way.
just like Roseanne lost the whole show in her career because of the comment she made. She wasn't on the scene, on the set, on her own Twitter account, making a comment. I thought the shit was funny.
Yeah.
I really did. I ain't trying to erase it.
I didn't find it racist at all. I just found it
And then
extremely funny.
when I looked at, and she didn't know she was not part Iranian either, so I didn't know it was way before that Roseanne said that. I looked her up because I know she was Obama's sidekick. And I said, oh, she has a dual citizenship, Iranian and American. And she was answering the question about that Iran deal. And she said Valerie Jarrett had something to do with that, and she looked like that monkey like a baby monkey, and she looked like that lady on the Planet of the Apes. Seriously, she seriously did. I was cracking the hell up. I was like, I find it funny. You need comedy in this era we're in. You do, because.
And the people that were virtuously offended by it, I'll be like, those people really need to go and shut the fuck up.
But I ain't hear them say nothing about Roseanne when she wore dressed up like a Nazi before. And she's Jewish. They didn't do nothing to her.
Yeah, a Jew mocking Nazis. That sounds funny.
Yeah, but she did it. But you didn't hear nothing about. We had PC culture now because of Obama, I guess. You can't talk about the Messiah. Anybody affiliated with him. Or Clinton.
Well, I mean, like, Obama supporters and Clinton supporters, they're a bunch of fucking lying fucking foot smoochers anyway. That's what they are.
Yes, they are. They are.
Oh, let me go and kiss Cankles.
And it just makes me sick to my stomach. I wish the Obamas were back. Hell no. Hell to the no.
Oh, let me go and kiss the tranny wifey.
I want. I don't know. I like those videos where he just always calls her Mike.
He was giving it up then, giving up the tape, Mike. Because I thought people was crazy talking about that. Then I saw the black community talking about it. I'm like, oh, let me go check this out. And I saw on the Ellen show with the white pants on. She pushed up. I'm like, what's that in the front thing? My husband said, oh, that's a gun. I said, she don't need a goddamn gun. She got Secret Service right up on the stage with her. She don't need a gun. She forgot to pull it back. And they showed ones with her with a skirt on and you saw it. I'm like, damn.
It makes me think is Michelle Obama pre-op or post-op? Is it a strap-on? Is it a strap-on or it's the ring?
I think she forgot him a couple of times. She got too comfortable. I didn't want to believe it at first, but I searched and I said, damn. And when I told my husband that, he just started cracking up. Come on, Cheryl. Now, you're not serious. Yes, I am. Do the research for yourself. And like I said, he wasn't the first black president. He was part Kenyan and part half white. And first of all, I'm no one that likes Trump. I think about Trump old interviews about him. Where did he come from? Trump knew everybody. And Hollywood, all the politicians. And he'll let you know, I donated to him. He ain't know nothing about him. He said, where he come from? Out of the blue. Still don't know where he came from. All I remember from the 2004 convention, gave that beautiful speech. He's a great orator. They trained him well. They selected the right one to get the black vote.
Hey, does someone want to... Will, are you still there?
I can't hear him.
Yes, I'm here, and I already got something that I want to share.
Here, share this.
What is it?
If someone wants to play that on the Zoom chat,
I'll play it.
This is something about big old Mike.
No, it's Joan Rivers on CNN.
feel ashamed of yourself that you're calling a poor woman that's just doing her job the way the federal guidelines are set up and calling her a moron? I mean,
no,
she's
I
doing
don't, my darling. Just hold it, mister. I was given a boarding pass with the wrong name on it. I went through 5 different security passes, and then a woman at the gate who will not look at my passport, who will not call Continental, who will not call for help, who will not recheck into their records, says to me, "You cannot go on." No, she is a moron.
That's weird. Why do they have that on CNN where it says... She says... oh, that's weird.
Pocahontas. And she's mean, isn't she? Do you see the anger on her face? That nervous energy? She's like jumping up and down. She's a mess. But no, she's mean, right? Right? See, that face is just, she wanted to get him. She said, "I got him. I want to see those agreements." You open up those agreements. This poor guy probably signed 100 of them. And each one's a disaster. He said, "I don't want to open those agreements. Nobody told me this was going to happen." He said, "Nobody told me. Get me out of here." You know, after the debate, he went backstage, fired a lot of people. He said, "How the hell did you get me into this thing?" But anyway, Pocahontas was really mean. But she's going to be easy. I hope it's her. It's not going to be her. She made a little comeback the other night because she took Mini Mike to the cleaners. But it's not going to be her. It can't be Buttigieg. Can't be, I don't think. Alfred E. Newman. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing President Alfred E. Newman. But see, nobody knows because you're all too young. Nobody knows who Alfred is. It's Mad Magazine. They all said, "No, howdy doody." See, nobody knows who Alfred E. Newman is. Only the real aficionados, they're the ones and they love it. But that's only 15% of the crowd, right? Am I right? Better than howdy doody and howdy doody. But he's got to learn, he's got to worry about his own city. It's going to hell, so he's got to worry because that city's got a lot of problems. I don't get the whole thing, but he's not a bad debater, I will say. He's probably the best up there. Bernie is too emotional. He's screaming, going crazy. And Biden is angry. Biden is angry. Everything's anger. Gee. And that's what happens when you can't get the words out. No, it does. That's what happens, right? When you can't get the words out, you get angry. You get angry because you can't get the words out. It might happen to me someday. Can you imagine if that happened to me? Man, would I be a bad guy? I'd be the meanest man in history. No, but Biden is very angry. He gets angrier and angrier and angrier. He's changed. And then you have that time, he said Tom Steyer. Tom said, "Mr. Impeachment, how did that work out, Tom?" Thank you very much for the great poll numbers between him and Nervous Nancy. How did that work out? This schmuck spends $250 million. He ends up with 1/3% in Iowa, but maybe that could be rigged because they still don't have any idea what he got. Maybe he won Iowa, they took it away from him. No, but he was substantially below. It said 1% and an arrow left. So he spends $250 million. Tom Steyer. Never heard of this guy. Who is he? Where did he get his money? Who is he? He was in the coal business. Did you know that? This guy, this phony, is a big environmentalist. He made his money, a lot of it, in the coal business. Nobody knows that, but he's a fake. Remember when he walked up to Bernie the other day? "Hi, Bernie. Hi." Oh, and he was having a fight with Pocahontas, right? Is this the greatest? Mark Burnett said this is the greatest reality show in history. He said you can take The Apprentice, and you can take Survivor, and you can take every other reality show ever made, multiply it times 10,000, and you still don't have what we have. And even the cast, he did say this, you got the perfect president, you got the perfect first lady. How about the first lady?
He does make it entertaining to listen to his speeches, at least.
I actually do listen to his speeches.
People think Biden can go up against that.
It will be more. Here's one thing.
That's not him on a good day.
He's gonna be like, Donald Trump has never learned about roaches. You know, he doesn't like. Well, I don't know. Go ahead.
I don't like, I may like grabbing me some pussy, but I don't like little kids jumping on my lap. I keep them away from my lap.
Especially when it came to the All Stormy. That actually had to be like the most entertaining highlight of it, though. The Stormy Daniels thing.
Oh man.
I mean, her lawyer's in jail now, so. They were actually putting him up, Michael Avenatti, as his potential presidential candidate. And then, he goes in jail for, blackmailing Stormy and, some big company.
Oh, I need to get some rest. Thanks for joining me, guys and gal.
Thank you for hosting, Ebon. Greatly appreciate it. It was great to see everyone. Cheryl and William and everyone else.
I shouldn't
see you guys.
Yeah. Oddly, the topic got segued into politics, but it happens. I don't mind. Thanks for jumping in, though.
Thank you again.
Yep, we're keeping. Well, I don't know if I'll do a political one. I should have done one today. I forgot it was Super Tuesday. I thought it was last week. But that's what happens when you don't watch any news.
That's okay. We went into Corona Chan, into politics, and a bunch of other random stuff.
Yeah. So, anyways, we'll probably be doing this more often because you guys really don't have nowhere to go. Everything's closed.
Yeah, the whole Corona Chan.
Yeah. All right. Take it easy. Everybody who's watching.
Have a great night, everyone. Take care. Love you all.
Good night.
Internet fam.
Bye.
Bye.